All right, I've got my coffee. We are ready. Today it is time for another Will I Buy It, talking about new indie makeup releases, or makeup releases in general, but I tend to focus heavily on indie because that's where my interest lies. And per usual, I'm inspired by these lovely ladies over here, but yeah, we're just gonna sit down and talk. I think this is my third or fourth year. I am losing count, but I've started to do it every week, and I've been really enjoying it as I'm able to keep on top of it more. It makes for longer videos, but so far everyone has said that they enjoy the longer videos, so that's good to know. But yeah, I got my full cup of coffee. I'm gonna take a sip, and why don't we just go ahead and jump right in. I think today is a shorter list, but we'll see once I get into it. Before we do that though, let's go ahead and do my Instagram shout out for today. And for today, I'm going to be highlighting this commenter from my most recent Instagram post. They left this really sweet comment and it just stood out to me and I really do appreciate it. So yeah, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to comment on my posts over on Instagram. I really do appreciate it. And you are my Instagram shout out for today. Alright, so I'm moving over to the other side. I typically sit over here, but I had someone commented that when I do these videos, I always set them as premiere, and someone who was on a phone and had it turned sideways to watch like in full screen, I guess you could say, on a phone, noted that they couldn't do that and participate in live chat or even see the live chat that was going on because the words that from the live chat were over the images. So I'm switching it over to see how this is, and I think it should work a lot better if you are catching this during the premiere. Hopefully my face will be covered by the words, which is fine, but you'll still be able to see the new releases that we are talking about. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump right in. This is something I just saw this morning, but it's from a brand new brand to me. It's called La-Reina Cosmetics, but look at this palette. It is a California shaped inspired palette. But the thing that really jumped out to me is not only, you know, the artwork I think is really pretty, it's uniquely shaped, but like look at the color story. It appears to have 3 glitters in it, but I really like the color story of the mix of blues and greens, and there's that yellow in there with the purples. I do wish there was more differentiation, I can speak, between the blues and the purples. The blue and purple, unless one is like a shimmer and one is matte, they just seem so similar. Again, there could be more. This is just one release video that Indie Makeup Hotspot took screenshots of and put it together here. Oh, here's a little bit of a closer look. But anyway, the brand really hasn't released a proper image of it. This was a video announcing the palette launch, but it just stood out to me because it's very colorful and a very unique shape. And here is the artwork to the palette as well. California Lover is what it's called. Contains 12 shades mixed with mattes and pressed glitters. Okay, so it doesn't appear to have any shimmers. So a lot of mattes to work with, which I always like, but too many glitters over shimmers. I mean, it's not crazy bad that it has 3 glitters because, oh my goodness. Let me try and zoom properly, because I could just ignore the shimmers and treat it like an all matte palette. But really looking at it, the purples and the blues are too similar. And even the oranges, I think one's more grungy, one's more bright, but I don't know. The more I look at it, the more I'm like, oh, I don't need it. However, I did want to bring it to you guys' attention and share with you guys that this is a new to me brand, and it's a very interesting and very fun and different type of palette shape. This is really exciting. Mented Cosmetics is now available at Ulta, which I am so excited. You guys know I love Ulta. If you've never seen my video, I'll leave it up here, but I did a video a long time ago about, you know, the ways to get the most out of your Ultimate Rewards program and how I use it to its fullest capacity. And I've been asked to do an updated video. Do you guys want that? When I did do that video, I didn't have a credit card with them, and I do now, so that I feel like that's really the only big difference, and I really enjoy having the credit card because I do earn a lot of points a lot faster. Anyway, that's a tangent for a whole different video, but you can check that video out. Anyway, I really enjoy Ulta, all that to say. So I was glad to see that Mented is now available at Ulta, and I'm definitely eyeing this brand. I have been eyeing this brand for a while, mainly due to the bronzers. I feel like I'm such a broken record. There's something about a bronzer or contour that just, a single bronzer contour, they grab me, and I would really like to try it. Anything else that you guys would like to see from this brand? The eyeshadow palette really doesn't grab me. Lipsticks, I don't know. It looks like they have a contour. Maybe that's a stick foundation. I'm not sure. That one at the bottom there. I'm not really sure, but that might be cool to try. But I'm definitely intrigued with the bronzers. I don't plan to pick it up anytime soon, but I could see if there was a sale going on, I had a 20% off coupon from Ulta, and maybe I was using up some points. This would be like a splurge, a little treat myself thing that I would totally throw in maybe a bronzer from them to give a try. But yeah, I just figured I would share. Mented Cosmetics, huge congrats. I think that's really awesome, and I have been eyeing the brand. Okay, Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, whatever the brand name. They're launching something new. They haven't launched anything since not last year's, like 2020's holiday, but 2019's holiday. So it's been a hot minute, which I feel like is just interesting in and of itself. But anyway, they're launching something for Valentine's Day. But it's around the theme of Love is Blind, and they're mystery boxes. And as far as I can tell and that I've read, you won't find out what's inside them until after you buy it and you receive it. Which, I think for a brand to have a mystery, like a lot of brands do, I think that's cool, but to be a brand that's so brand new, your one launch, you had to pull off your lipsticks off the market and discontinue them even though they weren't meant to be discontinued, and the one successful launch was a limited edition, the highlighters that aren't even available anymore. It's like this brand doesn't have anything to begin with, especially nothing to like stand and be like, oh, you know, I've got these good products already, and they're launching a mystery box. I just think that's weird, and honestly, when I first read that, I was like, yeah, that would be about the only way that Jaclyn Hill could get a successful launch, is if people didn't know what they were buying before they bought it, because that intrigue, the mystery of not knowing, is definitely it just pulls you in. It's like, ooh, but I could get something really cool, or what is in there? I'm just so curious, like, look at all these different bundles. It definitely draws you in a lot more than saying like, oh, these are the products and they may or may not have hair, and then putting the twist of a mystery is smart and calculated. What can I say is basically what I'm saying, and that definitely is just Jaclyn Hill to a T. I'm not going to be buying this because Jaclyn Hill, as a person, like, sure, maybe she's changed. I don't watch her content. I haven't really checked in with her in forever, but so many questionable launches. And I think the biggest thing for me is she's never to blame. Like, I feel like that's the vibe I get with all of her, you know, apology videos. It's never her fault. And that just gets under my skin. It's like, just take ownership, but it's never her fault. She's never addressed it. She never really fully addressed the lipsticks that I feel like if it were any other brand, any other like indie brand, can you imagine if just an indie brand launched those? No one would ever buy from them. They would be like erased from the market, I feel like, and no one would ever talk about them anymore. But because it's Jaclyn Hill, they could just kind of, she just keeps on trucking and just people forget. I don't know. It's just weird. I'm not jiving with her. So doesn't matter if this launch is a hit. I'm not saying that there's going to be anything wrong with these products. They'll probably be fine. I would hope they would be fine. But anyway, all that to say, I'm yammering on and on. I'm not getting this, but I just thought it was funny that she had to do a mystery release for her, I guess, third launch, and the only thing that's available for her website, because I don't think the lipsticks are available anymore, and the highlighters are limited edition. So she's launching new products that to a non-existent brand because they don't have anything available right now, and they're all a mystery.
Okay, so the night after I recorded this, I actually saw T-Spill did a video kind of about this, and in the video she was sharing that I guess a lot of people were kind of raising their eyebrow like I was with having a mystery and not being able to see what was inside it. So I guess Jaclyn Hill went on her Instagram stories and did share a few sneak peeks. I'll go ahead and put them up here on the screen so you guys can see. But I will also say, and I'll leave the video to T-Spill's video link down below, but watching that video, watching Jaclyn on her stories, I still feel like she's very manipulative in the way she handles things. And like if you watch the stories, she basically affirms, and she's done this in the past where she affirms and she validates like everyone's questions, concerns, and disagreements, but then she doesn't follow that up with like actually answering them and addressing. She just deflects. And maybe I'm just getting the wrong vibe. Maybe I'm just listening weird, but when I was watching her stories, I was like, okay, she's agreeing with it. She's agreeing with it. She's giving answers. And then at the end, I was like, wait a minute, this still doesn't like answer anything. Like what happened to all the releases before this Valentine's Day release? Like I understand COVID has delayed things, but then why is the Valentine's Day one still going on as planned? And like if that is the case and like all these other ones were just delayed and messed up due to COVID and whatnot, why did she have to keep the Valentine's Day one a secret and keep it a mystery surprise? Like why couldn't she just launch it as a regular holiday collection like most other brands like Natasha Denona? So like her reasons for why it's weird, and she said like I totally agree, like it's weird. All the reasons she gave didn't really answer anything for me personally. So that's why I say like watching it in the beginning, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get answers because she totally agrees with me, but then by the end I still don't have any answers, even though she's talked a bunch and given all these reasons. They're just like fluff and very just smoke and mirrors, I guess feels like. So that's what I mean by manipulative. But I'll leave T-Spill's video down below if you want to watch it yourself. But all that to say, even seeing the sneak peeks, it's still an easy pass for me.
Okay, so I was really excited to see this. This is for Art's Sake. This is the Sunflower Palette, available for $27. It's available now. I've talked about For Art's Sake before, or For Art's Sake Cosmetics before, and I think the last time I had talked about a Van Gogh palette, but look at this palette. I love those really, really bright reds, and that's more of an orangey red, and then these mustards there with the black, the black, and the, can I do this? The black and the lime green. This palette has my attention. There has been several For Art's Sake palettes that have grabbed my attention, but this one is like really, really standing out. I feel like the orange and the red are super similar, but maybe it's just, you know, in the pan, the way it photographs, maybe it'd be a little bit more different in person, because I definitely can see a little hint of difference with one being more orange and one being more red, but like I said, it could just be the way they photograph. Oh, $27, and they also, a portion of the proceeds go to an art nonprofit, which is really nice. So yeah, this is a palette if I wasn't swamped with so many palettes currently to work on, I would definitely be picking this up because I think it is so beautiful. And even the packaging I think is really cute. Inspired by Vincent van Gogh's Sunflower painting, which is also really, really cool. I think, is there a, no, there's not a picture of his painting. But yeah, I just love the concept. I love the color story of this. They did a great job, and the brand as a whole has been intriguing me ever since I first heard about them with their like initial launch, I think. Very intrigued about this brand. Super excited to see them coming out with something else. And yeah, I'm really tempted. Are you guys? I love that this is such a heavy matte palette. You know me, I love my mattes. So the fact that this is all mattes except one shade and has that lime green in there, it's so pretty. Okay, I just want to touch about this really briefly. Milani Cosmetics is coming out with an all-in-one palette. They got the contour, the bronze, 3 shadows in the middle, and then blush and blush topper basically. I'm not interested in this at all. I do intend to enjoy Milani's formula when it comes to their eyeshadows, so I thought this was cool and I figured I would share, but it's an easy pass for me. Okay, so Milk Makeup is launching something new. I feel like it's been a hot minute since they've launched anything. This is the Electric Glossy Lip Plumpers. Let's see. This is the second release. I'll show you guys the first one. I forget how much it is. Comes in 6 sheer tints. I don't see a price here, but anyway, it's a lip plumper basically, and here's a bunch of, you know, demonstrations to show you guys how much they plump. This is an easy pass for me. I'm not into lip plumpers and stuff like that. Just give me a lip oil and I'll move on. My lips aren't crazy big, but I don't care. And also I don't like the tingly. I don't like to hurt. I tried Too Faced's Lip Insurance, I think it, or whatever, their plumping one. That's painful. And ever since then, I'm just like, nope, don't want this. So let's just jump straight into the other launch from Milk Makeup. These are, what are they even called? Let me read. Color Chalks. I'm very interested and intrigued. It's like a chalk with tear-off paper to actually use it. I don't know. Like, there's what it looks like. See, it looks like more plasticky in there. No, I see the tear off, so she tears it off to use it. I don't know. I just, the more I look into this, I'm like, yeah, no, I wouldn't like that. And you can use that, I think, multiple different areas. Okay, so you tear it off and put it in. I thought you would just keep it in that little tear off and just use it from there. My kids would tear that whole thing off and I would be left with just the makeup, so that wouldn't work for me. So okay, that does make a little more sense, because I was just like, if you just tear it off, that's gonna not age well. Anyway, the product itself just isn't me. It's not the color chalk, I don't know, and just not something that I would use. You can put on your eyelids, cheeks, lips, or beyond for buildable shimmering payoff. They come in a peel-off wrapper and portable reusable tubes. 14 shades, available on the 5th. It's an easy pass for me. Very interesting, very unique. I can't really think of something, another brand that has something similar, but an easy pass for me. Okay, this next brand is Jacy Cosmetics, and I have talked about this brand before on my channel in the past. Anyway, they're coming out with this Fantasy Vibes palette and this collection of liners. Honestly, like, the palette I think is gorgeous. I love that middle row with the like lime greens and yellows and greens. Definitely what my eye kind of went to straight away. I don't know if there's any glitters in here, but also these glitter tubes, I'm very intrigued. You guys know I like to use them to line my cut crease. Let's see. The Crystal Diamond eyeliners are $7.99 a piece, which isn't a bad price. The palette is $39.99. You can get a bundle for all the eyeliners for $83.88. I probably wouldn't get that. Oh, there also is chunky glitter, $7.99 a piece. I glossed over that. You guys know I'm not a glitter person. But these I'm kind of tempted to try and just see. Like, that yellow I feel like is really fun and unique. And I don't know, I'm trying to think. I feel like I have silver, gold, blue, pinks, and purples. And yeah, I have blue too, I just said that. So I don't need a ton, but maybe that yellow one, like, that would definitely be unique. And I'd be curious to see how pigmented the liner is. If it's just like a liquid with some glitter in it. I don't like that formula. I like my formula to have a little bit of color to it, so I'd be curious to try. Yeah, anyway, this palette, I think it's going to be a no. The brand kind of gave me a weird vibe because they did put out a PR search post, and I kind of went to it to like see what it was about and to maybe put my own name and refer some friends for the PR, because like I said, I've been eyeing this brand for a while. And the way they did it, I mean, I don't want to be too hard on especially indie brands, small indie brands, because maybe they don't know, but one of the requirements was that you would go live twice a month, every month, in exchange for PR. And that just, I was like, I even left a comment, I was like, is this a paid position? Is this like you know, you would be compensated for going live. They never responded to my question, but anyway, it was just, that kind of gave me a weird vibe. Like when brands do that, I'm just like, oh. I mean, it's one thing I feel like if a brand says, you know, if you want to be on PR, we'll send you the products and you at least like post a picture. Some influencers even say that's too much, but for me, I feel like, especially for a small indie brand, it's like, okay, you're a small indie brand trying to get started, you know, you need the pictures, you need your name out there. So it's like, sure, I can post a picture on my Instagram page, I don't mind. But any more than that, like having to use them on camera, having to create videos, having to do stuff like that, because I'm very low key with my pictures too. I'm not on the level where like some Instagrammers do beautiful flat lays and just so beautifully present the makeup. I'm just more like, here's the makeup on my little board, and I don't really edit it much besides brightening it and making it look, you know, in decent lighting. So I'm a lot more low-key when it comes to my, you know, Instagram flat lays and whatnot. But anyway, talking about like commitments for posting or going live, and that's like a time commitment to go live and like do your makeup twice a month. That's when I'm just like, oh, that's a little much just for PR. So ever since I saw that post, I've really kind of pumped my brakes on this brand, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy. Let me know your thoughts down below. Oh yeah, so Ivette Beauty is launching new quads. I'm so excited. I have one of her quads on my eyes today. I use this one. I forget which one it is, but it's a blue and green. However, she's coming out with two new ones, and this one has the pink, the purple, the blue, and the green, which is a great like starter quad if you're wanting to try, you know, if you're wanting to try cake liners or just try one of her products to begin with. This is an awesome one because it has a variety of colors, so you could really do a lot as opposed to like this is just blue, just green, that kind of thing. I love them. I've really been enjoying them. They're fantastic. I want to say they're $8 each, which isn't a bad price. And yeah, I think this is one that if I didn't already have, I'll go ahead and show you guys her other ones, so I kind of like, I feel like I already have all the colors, I would definitely be picking this up because that's just great. You know, they're just so small, they're so easy to store, they're so easy to use, really do love them. So yeah, she has this one coming, and it's coming on the 5th, which I think, I forget what day Saturday is. I think that was yesterday of you guys seeing this, but she's also launching this one, which is a more neutral. It's got the white, the black, the brown, and the gray. This wouldn't be interesting for me just because if I'm going to use black, I'll just use a liquid liner. But I mean, white would be nice, but I have the minus ones, and gray, I don't foresee myself using gray and brown. Again, if I'm going to use a brown liner, I'll just use a liquid liner because I have those. But anyway, yeah, I can't recommend them enough, so I'm super excited to see her coming out with more shades and more variety of different types of quads. So this is a new brand, LYS Beauty. Never heard of them, but it's apparently a clean beauty brand that is available at Sephora, I think. I forget. They're launching the 14th of February. I want to say I saw them coming to Sephora. I could be wrong. Yeah, coming soon to Sephora. Okay, I wasn't crazy. Anyway, brand new brand coming to Sephora. What do you guys think? Like I said, I haven't really heard of this brand. I don't know who they are, but they're a new brand, very fancy. I like the unique packaging with the triangle for the powders or contours, whatever that is. Yeah, I don't think I would get this though, because as much as I think it's fun and unique to have that triangle for the powders, I feel like it'd be so annoying to actually put it away with my other powders. I feel like it would just be, it would ruin my Tetris system of trying to fit everything in a drawer because it'd be this triangle. It's like, how do you fit that? It's a little aggravating enough with squares and circles, but adding a triangle to it, I don't know about that. So anyway, that's my only kind of pause with the brand, but overall I think this is, you know, it's neat. It's always exciting to see a new brand coming on the market. Let me know if you know of them, if you know who started this. Like, I don't even know who started this brand or anything like that, but it's another clean beauty brand. I feel like they're very popular. A lot of them have been popping up this past year, so yeah. I wonder if the bottles are triangle. That would be really cool if like the whole brand's aesthetic was like triangles. That'd be neat. But anyway, I'm not getting it, but I figured I would shout it out that they are a new brand on the market. Dose of Colors is launching limited edition lip sets. It's an easy pass for me. I do like their formula, but I feel like they just tend to come out with, you know, different shades of nude and whatnot. Let's see, we have Sweet Talk, Other Half, and Main Squeeze, and then XOXO lip liner, and you can get them all in a set for $39, which isn't bad for all of that when it comes to Dose, but it's an easy pass for me. I have so many nudes, I don't need it, but I do love the cute packaging. Like, look at the little hearts. Little hearts get me every time, but it's a pass for me. Oh my goodness, Nomad is coming out with another palette. I have their Iceland palette, Fire and Ice palette on my eyes today, and I haven't even like officially reviewed this, and they're already coming out with another palette. I'm like, no, I haven't had enough time with this, like, So I don't know what I'm gonna do there, but I'm gonna stay tuned. They're only now starting to roll out the clues, and I think it's gonna launch on the, what did they say, 14th? 11th. So 11. So if you want to participate in the clues, head over to their Instagram page, check out their posts. You can participate. It's always a lot of fun. I have no idea where we're going, but I love that mix of matte black and it looks like a shimmer white. That right there has me intrigued. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see this color story, and I don't know what I'm gonna do like channel-wise, because I was kind of planning on reviewing this with the video, but by the time I would review this new palette will probably come out, so I don't know if there will be much interest in it, so I don't know what I'm doing there, but a new palette from Nomad is coming out. Lunar Beauty is launching lashes Thursday at 10 p.m. so it's coming out the day I'm filming this. But anyway, $15 for each, or a bundle for $45. Beautiful packaging. Lunar Beauty always does a fantastic job with packaging, but it's an easy pass for me because I just don't need lashes. I have a ton and I rarely wear them. I do like how he was so unique with the packaging, like that it opens in the middle. I feel like I've never really seen lash boxes come like that. Great packaging, and I want to try Lunar Beauty, but this will not be the launch for me. It's a pass. Another new brand that is coming to Sephora is Westman Atelier. I don't know the brand at all, however, I zoomed up, I was like, ooh, brushes, let me see. $125 for a blending brush. Okay, let's go somewhere else. $85 for a lip suede compact. iPod eyeshadows, 3 for $88. Yeah, this brand is just way out of my league. So this is an easy pass for me, but it is a new brand, and it appears to be a clean, at Sephora at least, brand at Sephora, so that's great, but the prices put this outside of my desire or interest in the brand. Okay, Florisis, I think, official. They're at it again. They have a limited edition powder. Can we talk about this powder? Seriously, if I bought one of these, I would never touch it. Like, I'm not that person to not touch makeup, even if it's pretty. I'm like, oh, it's pretty, but I'm gonna use it. This, I don't think I could use that. Like, that's too beautiful to mess up. Like, how do you use that? Do you see the, it's not even just like an image. It's like carved and etched into the powder. It's beautiful. I feel like like I said, this is the one brand where it's like, I could buy that and just stare at it. I don't even know the price. I wish I did. Because I feel like if it's a crazy high price tag, I'd be like, okay, never mind. But I just love seeing this brand posted about by Makeup Release Radar because it's so beautiful. I just like drool over all the edge work. Like, look at that. Wow. Okay, we need to pick up speed here. This is a new brand. What's it called? Project Prink? Anyway, a brand new brand that I figured I would share with you guys. It's a neat aesthetic. I think it's cool, but the color story isn't super for me, but it's an easy pass for me. Like I said, the color story isn't really there for me. The brand aesthetic is neat, but it's not like super me, so I'm not super intrigued. I like the clockwork. I don't know, it just doesn't grab me that much, so it's an easy pass for me, but I figured I would share. As far as I know, I think it is a vegan, laboratory-inspired cosmetic line, black-owned, vegan, and cruelty-free. So, very cool, another new brand. Real Techniques is coming out with a new limited edition set. I haven't been into Real Techniques in a long time. I feel like I have so many of their staple brushes, I haven't really looked. They come out with a lot of uniquely shaped brushes, I feel like now, which is good. I mean, it's good that they're not just releasing the same thing over and over again, but I just haven't felt a need to pick any up. This line is very beautiful, like the pink. Oh, so very pretty, but it's an easy pass for me. Let me know, are you still into Real Techniques? Like I said, I feel like I haven't purchased from them in a hot minute. I have so many of them, not to say I don't like them, but I just have the ones that I like, and none of their newer, like more limited edition or just uniquely shaped ones have caught my attention recently, at least, so I just haven't bought. Okay, so this is a new brand, Official by Redo, or Redo. I guess I don't know how to pronounce it properly, but anyway, it's a prismatic eyeshadow palette launching on the 4th. This is a very beautiful palette, and it appears to be mostly, if not all, shimmers, but it retails for $96. Like I said, I don't know the brand at all. Founded by Ben Gorham. I don't know the man at all who founded it. So I'm assuming this brand is just meant to be a more luxury price, but I think the color story is pretty. It's got a lot of it's got a lot of colors to it. I think that's fun. You could do a lot of fun things. I feel like there are some mattes. It's hard to see, and I don't think it says how many of each. Yeah, it doesn't say. Rich metallic texture when wet. It's a rainbow. Like, the color story is there, especially this orange or yellow, sorry. This yellow over here, very, very pretty, but the price tag is a definite no for me. I think the packaging also is it's simplistic, but like the coloring is pretty. However, at the same time, if I look at it too long, it freaks me out. So, too many questionable things for me for this brand, and the price tag is too high. It's like, it's an easy pass. Ofra launched new blushes and also liquid blushes. I'm not a liquid blush girl, and I already have one blush from the Samantha collab with them. and I'm just not a blush person, so all around this whole release is very easy pass for me. But I did see Amy Loves Makeup, she did an Instagram IGTV swatching all of these on her cheeks, so if you want to see them swatched out on a very fair gal, you can check her video out. I'm sure they also have deeper complexions, you know, swatching it out. I followed Amy, so I saw her post about it. But yeah, all around this is an easy pass for me. Okay, Urban Decay is coming out with a new palette, the Naked Wild West. I was in Brit's live when she was talking about this, and I was just like, where is Urban Decay? Like, I see Urban Decay as edgy, gothic, like, very punk rock, I guess is what that's what I think of. I don't think they're really that anymore, but anyway, so that's what I think of when I think of Urban Decay, and then they come out with a Wild West, like, cowboy and rattlesnake collection, or not even collection, a palette. I don't see the connection. I'm like, what? No, we're not even talking about the color story, but just the theme of the palette going with that brand, I don't see the connection at all. So anyway, moving past that, the palette is just a standard palette when it comes to Urban Decay. Some people are saying it's kind of reminding them of the Born to Run. Sure, it's basically a neutral palette with a pop, like a neutral warm toned palette with a pop of, what is that? Like a green, blue, whatever shimmer that is, but it's very beautiful, but this is an easy pass for me. Also, too, why do they have 3 colors at the beginning that are just so similar? So similar. I don't know. Urban Decay really hasn't caught my eye in a hot, long minute. I guess they're different on lighter skin tones. You can see the 3 different lightest shades there, but like on deeper skin tones, it's basically all the same. So, I don't know. This all around, I don't get why Urban Decay would, like, why don't they come out with something like super edgy like they used to back in the day instead of all these soft Wild West stuff? I just don't see it. Also, too, when we're talking about rattlesnakes, look at this rattlesnake skin. How come the rattlesnake skin of the packaging is 1,000 times more beautiful than the palette? Like the color story in the palette. Like, if this part of the rattlesnake was inside the palette, we would be having a whole different conversation. Colourpop is launching something new. This wouldn't be a Will I Buy It without talking about Colourpop. They have a Valentine's Day collection. They have these little 5-pan palettes that are like Natasha Denona dupes. Easy pass for me. They look like the other ones that they just launched a couple months ago. Blushes, I'm not a blush gal. They're in the heart shape. They'd be so hard to actually try and store after I got them. It's an easy pass for me. I'm not into buying mirrors. This is cute. I guess the little space stamps, that's what it's called. I see a lot of people using them. They're cute. I've never used them. Liquid highlighters, impressed highlighters. I feel like these pans are super big, and I haven't really cared to try them, and I'm not a liquid highlighter person, so all around this whole collection, easy pass for me. Oh, BH Cosmetics came out with the Amethyst palette for February. This is a pretty little palette, especially if you're into purples. I think this is pretty and cute. It's got a nice little array of colors. I wish they didn't have both Humble and Clever AF in there, because I feel like you could have one or the other, and you really don't need both, but that's just me. Yeah, I think this is cute. It's got 1 glitter, it appears to be, but if you are a purple girl, I feel like you'd be a fan of this. I do know Heather Austin and Kara C got this palette. I know I saw Kara's video of it. I don't know if Heather has posted her video. She probably has, and I just have a terrible memory. Anyway, check those ladies out, because I definitely know both of them got the palette, and we'll probably do a video at some point if they haven't already, but check them out, because for me, it's a purple palette. It's an easy pass for me. Beauty Bay launched a new palette that I was super tempted, but I did not get, because it's a, it's a heavily red, purple, pink themed palette. There's some coral in there and gold in there that I would be interested in, but it didn't grab me, so I was like, you don't need it. They also came out with cream liquid eyeshadows, which are very pretty, but it's just various shades of pink, so it's an easy pass for me. But they look really pretty. Like, oh, those look pretty, but I just haven't been into liquid shadows very often. I don't need it. And the palette, no, I'm waiting for something else. Maybe a yellow and orange and red themed palette, Beauty Bay. I feel like they already launched that though, so they probably won't do it again. I think they launched it last year when I didn't have Beauty Bay on my radar, so I kind of missed it. Anyway, what is it called? New Romance. This palette, easy pass for me, but I do know that Karen bought it. I'm pretty sure. I hope I'm not speaking lies, but I'm pretty sure she bought it, and she'll probably do a video on it, so I'm curious to see what she thinks about it. Okay, this is a product alert from Shots of Color Cosmetics. Look at this palette. Talk about unnecessary packaging and bulky packaging. It's not even bulky, but it's just unnecessary. Anyway, it's supposed to be a wine glass, Shots of Color. There's the palette packaging inside, and then this is the actual palette. Just 6 colors. It's just so big for 6 colors. I just can't. But it's definitely, gets a point for unique packaging. And color story also, I feel like it's really pretty. I love the green. I love that more minty green, the blues, the purple, the red. I feel like you could get some really cute looks with this as a 6-pan palette. Oh, there's even better lighting. Let's see. Yeah, that's a cute palette. Like, I think that's cute. I can't tell if Purple Haze is a matte or a shimmer, but it kind of looks like it's a shimmer. I'm not sure. Anyway, the pink, the blue, the more minty green, all of those. Like, I feel like you could get some really cute looks. Oh yeah, look. Oh my goodness. Like that, the purple with the green, so beautiful. And then the blue with the green, gorgeous. Like, you can get some really cute looks with this, absolutely, but the packaging just does it for me. It's like, where would I put that? How would I store that after I was done reviewing it? Like I said, the color story really intrigues me, and it's $29, I think I just read. Can I read? $29 available already. Oh, it has 3 mattes, 2 shimmers, and 1 satin matte. So I bet that's the purple one. That's a satin matte, which I'm not crazy about. But anyway, cute color story. Very tempted, but for the price, having so many palettes right now and for the packaging, it's gonna be a pass for me, but that's a cute color story. Okay, Oden's Eye. I am getting this. This is launching tomorrow, which will be yesterday when you guys actually watch this video. But anyway, they're coming out with a new Norns collection, and there is so much in here. Let's see if we can go over it. They're coming out with 3 5-pan palettes. I don't know the name, so I'm not going to say it, but it's the top one here, this more neutral one down here, and then this one over here. This is the one I'm getting because it's a more greeny, grungy palette, so I'm going to get this one for sure and finally give Oden's Eye a try. I cannot wait. I've been talking about wanting to try Oden's Eye for so very long. 3 highlighters. I'm going to get this one in the middle. I had some requests to get it and try it out, so I'll do that. But this one, I feel like would just be a little too gold and dark on my skin, and this one a little too blue. Gorgeous. Like, I love the detail work of it, but I'm just going to go with that middle one there. And then here is the big palette. This big palette is an easy pass for me. I feel like Oden's Eye, like the previous big palettes, I've always said no to because it's so full of very neutral or soft tones, and then they have pops thrown in there. Like in this palette right here, like I feel like it's a very neutral, soft palette, but it has that pop of blue, that pop of you know, gold and whatnot over there, and then that pop of like turquoise, I think. Anyway, I just feel like they put a couple pops in there, and when I first look at it, I'm like, ooh, like that's a really pretty colorful palette. But when I actually look at it, I'm like, oh wait, it's pretty neutral with just a couple thrown in there. And not even neutral, but it's just very like, what did I just call it? I think I just said like diffused, toned down. It's just not bright. And I feel like I'm very into bright colors. So for me, this palette is an easy pass, but that's the palette I'm getting. So I'm going to get 1 highlighter in that palette, and I think that's all I'm going to pick up from this collection. But let me know what you guys are getting, or what you guys got, since it will already have launched at this time. Ooh, Dandelions Co. is going to be launching new eyeshadows on the 5th at 6 p.m. for $4.50 each. Great prices. And look at all these pretty colors. I think they're all mattes. Oh, Algae is calling my name. Very, very pretty. But yeah, super pretty. I really like his formula. I think the only con is you have to be so careful. Like, barely touch and tap off your brush heavily and you have plenty to use. Like, they are extremely, extremely, extremely pigmented and soft. So that's like the only like caution I would throw out to you. But besides that, they're fantastic. They're very pigmented. They're beautiful when you use them together. I got his grungy bundle of all mattes, so I really do enjoy his mattes. But yeah, new eyeshadows from Dandelions Co. Okay, so that is going to be it for my Will I Buy It, talking about new makeup releases. Per usual, I'm going to stay over here, and any late-breaking releases I will put here on the screen, and I'll try to leave them up longer than I did last week. Last week, I think I had like 4 or 5 seconds, and it was going way too quick. So, going to leave them here longer. Hopefully, you guys get a good chance to see them and also read my caption of like my thoughts on it. But anyway, that'll be there if there are any late breaking news, and if there isn't anything there, that means there wasn't anything interesting that came out that I wanted to comment on. That couldn't wait till next week, I guess is what I'm saying. Anyway, yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. If you didn't catch the premiere, feel free to, you know, leave a comment. Let me know which launch you're most excited for. I feel like as a whole, I wasn't really into any releases except the Oden's Eye and, oh, Nomad. I'm excited for what they're launching, and then I thought there was one other thing that I'm excited about. What was it? I have the worst memory, y'all. I think it was just the For Art's Sake, but I don't think I'm going to be picking up For Art's Sake as much as I would like to. I have so many palettes right now. I'm going to be getting the Oden's Eye. My Kaleidos is coming in with the Angelica collab palette, and there's something else that I feel like is coming. And I just bought one of the huge palettes from Playing in Makeup by Yolanda, so I have so many palettes right now, so I'm not going to pick it up, I don't think, unless I get a lot of requests from you guys. So let me know down below in the comments. Definitely help me out if you would like to see me feature For Art's Sake on my channel and be able to, you know, give you guys my feedback on what I think their quality is like. Let me know that, and that might be the excuse / the reason I need to make a purchase and actually try the palette out, because that palette definitely does really intrigue me. I think it is very, very beautiful. But anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so very much for watching, and per usual, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up on your way out, as it helps me in the whole YouTube algorithm. But yeah, with all that said, I'm going to go finish my coffee. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye, guys.